Please get ready for dictation of exercise number 11 and 12 from Progressive Magazine of October 2022. 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Chairman, Sir, I rise to support the demands of the Minister of Education, Social Welfare and Culture. I have always stood for certain values. Education has always been a moving spirit in the reconstruction of the nation. In all the developing countries of the world, the national leaders have always been the students of the universities. Educated men are like drivers of a bus who can see farther away than the driver of the car. I have always pleaded that there should be uniformity in education. Education should be within the easy reach of everybody. I say this because there are a number of public schools and everybody cannot afford to get public school education. There should be compulsory education up to the age of 14, and the boys and girls, regardless of caste, creed or religion, should be screened and provided all help. Equal opportunities should be given to all sections of the community. Education is the greatest instrument for national integration. It is the greatest force behind the new education program of our Prime Minister. Educational institutions are like workshops where characters are built and minds are molded. We want men of character. Therefore, education in our schools should aim at developing character. I have to point out that our country's educational system has always been governed by trial and error. We find that changes are made frequently. There should be a consistent system of education right from the primary stage. It is not just like picking up a flower from one bush and leaves from another and expecting the combination to grow into a living plant. It does not work that way. If there is no uniform standard of education, it will be difficult for students of a university in one state to get admission in a university in another state or within the same state. There is also a proposal to hold the Union Public Service Commission examinations in regional languages. I am afraid that with the present fabric of national character based on regionalism, it will be a retarding effect on our national efforts, because if Tamil is supposed to be the medium of examination, then a Tamil examiner will always be interested in having the maximum intake from Tamil Nadu. Bengalis will prefer Bengalis and so on. Obviously, it will mean a reduction in standards. There will be no uniformity. In the list of new education program of our Prime Minister, in which the maximum emphasis has been laid on the development of the weaker sections of the society, I would like to know the proposals of the Ministry of Education in this direction for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Have they brought vocational and technical education in the undercharged field of training within the easy reach of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes? What we know and we find in practice that there are certain sectors where the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are not at all trained, and although the posts are always invariably reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, they finally report that no candidate from the scheduled castes or scheduled tribes has emerged. The Education Ministry, therefore, will have to seriously think of having training of scheduled castes and tribes, and for that matter, of the weaker sections of the society and the community as a whole in different undercharged field of training. Even where candidates belonging to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are available in abundance, they report that no suitable candidate is available. That is why I again plead that there should be uniform standard of education throughout the country in all the universities and in all states. Then, if possible, education should be made a central subject. Now I come to the Department of Sports. Before I deal with the subject of sports, I would like to draw the attention of the Education Minister to 2 points, one of which relates to the Ministry of Education and the other to the Department of Culture, to commemorate the memory of a great scientist of our country, the late Professor Bose, who is no more with us. An institute has been formed in Calcutta. I think the Education Minister is well aware of the fact that in spite of the formation of this institute, sufficient funds have not been allotted to it either by the University Grants Commission or the central government to run that institution in a manner which was the dream of the late Professor Bose. I wish and hope that the Education Minister will take note of it. Having made these two requests, I will now deal with the subject of sports, which is not properly looked after in our country. We are a country with 1/5 of the population of the world, a country which is well advanced in science, technology, and electronics, a country which is under the leadership of a very able Prime Minister who is well known throughout the world. Yet the standard of sports here is gloomy. Stop.